Welcome to All Pro Football Data. My name is Jim Cobern, and today's episode we're talking about a running back by the name of Dylan Sampson. So we will take a look at his overall market share running back analytics, followed by efficiency analytics, then his age and competition analytics, advanced rushing analytics, and finally finishing up with down and distance conversion analytics. The data collected for the charts are from College Football Reference and collegefootballstats.com. For a glossary of terms, please go to the link in the description. Of course, my name is Jim Coburn. I have written and done videos about the draft, probably videos at least since 2017, and I have written and done data work on the draft since 2014. And produced 8 NFL draft analytics guides. So stay tuned for that guide to be dropping pretty soon in the April area of this year. But let's get to the video. So first off, in terms of running back market share analytics, Dylan Sampson did pretty well. He had 82 percentile total offensive market share production score, 49 percentile in passing yardage market share, and then 93 percentile in terms of touchdown market share. This is sort of a classic power back type of profile. You know, backs that typically don't really do as well in terms of getting lots of receiving yardage, but they do well in terms of total offensive market share and touchdown market share. So Dylan Sampson does really well in terms of these particular metrics for him. Uh, Now, when you get to running back efficiency analytics, this is one area where Sampson does, decent. I would say his yards per touch is decent, but his yards per reception isn't the best. And then when you look at his TD percentage or touchdowns per touch, this number here is not the best for him. So these numbers are okay, but they're not the best. I think there definitely is some room for improvement here. Then we get to running back age and competition adjusted analytics. This particular area right here, based on his data, his age is 99 percentile. So he's a very, very young running back, probably the youngest, if not one of the younger running backs in this particular draft class. He has 82 percentile in terms of his MSA rating and 90 percentile in terms of his pass rating. So even though he's very young, his production was a little lackluster, which kind of puts his profile down a little bit. But age is definitely what you're looking for at the position, but he wasn't the most productive in every single area that you want him to be in, which is kind of the biggest concern with him. Then, of course, we get to his running back advanced rushing analytics. Based on this data, he did really well in terms of TD percentage. First down conversion rate on all downs and distances was okay. His 10 plus yard percentage of 10 plus yard rushes was below average, and his percentage of 20 plus yard rushes was only 50 percentile, so basically average. So these are the biggest question marks here because the vast majority of 90 to 99 percentile running backs in the NFL, so basically the top 10% of NFL running backs since the 2009 NFL draft class typically are 60 percentile in terms of those particular areas. So it doesn't mean that he's going to be a bust. It's just something of concern. It's like, okay, he is productive, but he wasn't the most productive. And then when you actually look at his production under the lens of the data compared to other running backs, he wasn't the best in terms of getting those long distance runs, the 10 plus yard, 20 plus yard runs. Were not really the biggest thing in his profile. Now, some of this could be with blocking, offensive scheme, but these are just some concerns with him. And then of course, you get to his down and distance conversion analytics. Based on this area, 78 percentile in terms of his third down conversion rate on first downs, which is decent, is very good. But his second down numbers are 11 percentile, and then first down is 47 percentile. So again, inconsistent, which kind of shows up in his data as well, in terms of his conversion rate. So again, good numbers on third down, but second down, 11 percentile, which is very low, and then 47 percentile in first down situations. Overall, Dylan Sampson has a solid power back profile, but lacks the receiving production you'd expect from a premier running back prospect. Sampson also has some question marks on second down conversions, but his third down conversion rate is great. I would say Sampson tests very similar to Darius Geis or Jay Ajayi in terms of their overall profile. So taking a look at their overall market share production and also taking a look at their advanced analytics, those are the two running backs that really stuck out the most as a comparison for him. So I hope he does better than those statistics. I hope he really does. I mean, he is young. There is positives to him in terms of his data, but I think he might be a little overhyped. If you take a look at his, advanced statistics, there are some concerns there. So good prospect, but again, I think there are some concerns with him, compared to other running backs in this class. And it's a deep class, so you don't necessarily have to reach on a prospect. You know, good numbers, but I think there are some concerns there with him. So with all that stuff out of the way, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Peace.